when Karabo was receiving all the gadgets and the benefits of the same issue before it was being exposed, there was no demon, there was no muti, there was no witchcraft that was being involved until it was exposed. So that is the first problem that I think we need to be mindful and be careful of. When we need to be in a space of taking accountability. We don't have to mix things. If we address the muti, let's put it as the last point and deal with the real issues. When Karabo is praying, where is muti? Where is witchcraft? Where is the feelings for umfundisi? You know? So the issue is each and every person supposed to understand that taking an accountability is the key thing. The initiator, which is umfundisi, is the first person who's wrong from my point of view, because the person who was the initiator of the entire things is the one that needs to take an accountability. And unfortunately, when it comes to men, instead of taking accountability, their ego is the one that will always bring too much pride and all the other reasons for them not to be able to be in the space of saying, in fact, I'm the one who's wrong. And secondly, the Mamfundisi, I've got a little bit of a problem. If the Mamfundisi can be able to be in the space of understanding, Okoti, just emotional intelligence, you know, understand what to address and where. Because the same Mamfundisi, if she was able to, you know, play a bigger person kind of a thing, and let Karabo expose herself more so that she can gain sympathy, you know, and be in the space of. I understand a case where a person would mock you and try to do all these things to grab your attention and all that. But if a situation like this, you must play a bigger, try to be a bigger person. Because
I think Unathi, sorry.
Karabo. Okay.
This Unathi, I'm so sorry, ne? I had to come in usathetha, ne? But I think the biggest issue with women is that we are very delusional. I don't think about Karabo, if she knew about Umfundisi is married and then Umfundisi can do that to his wife. She thinks that Umfundisi cannot do that to her. There's always going to be another. Now because khona Karabo uzawufika upalisa kuzafika upalisa after Karabo and then after upalisa so
the minute Mamfundisi get out, Karabo is replacing Mamfundisi. So the seat that Mamfundisi was sitting in, Karabo will be the one occupying the space, and there will be another Karabo taking the place of Karabo.
Exactly. And the reason why men continue to do this is because uyayazi uba xa ngabuyela ekhaya afike ethi kumamfundisi, uxolo mfazi wami yazi I don't know what came over me. Mamfundisi is going to forgive her and forgive him, and not forgiving him because she loves him so much. No, forgiving him because she wants to prove a point to Karabo. Do you understand? Women are very delusional. That's why men teach you
Karabo
the way they
does
teach
not
you.
even care though.
Well, Karabo, as much as she doesn't care or she cares, she's there.
Now.
And what does that say about her? What does that say about Karabo?
Exactly.
Let me give you an instance.
For the mere fact that she's there, she doesn't care.
This Karabo is not the only Karabo who is in Mfundisi's life. I think we need to understand Mfundisi does not have one Karabo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I'm saying, reading from my comments on Facebook where somebody was saying me now, I was like that. Mfundisi used to do to me what he's doing to Karabo today, and I was also dating Mfundisi. So that people are actually coming forward. So you will understand Mfundisi is a Jonasi. There are many that are endorsing this behavior of his.
Let me give you an example, sis Perseverance. I was once in a situation whereby I dated a married man, but unknowingly, right? And then the wife found out. When the wife found out, she called me and she said, right? And I said, how so? And then she said, did you not know he's married? And I said, no, he told me he's divorced with 2 kids. He was divorced, but he remarried. But when he remarried, he did not disclose that part, right? And then at some point, she kept on calling and calling and calling. I said, why are you calling me? Why don't you speak to your husband? Do you understand? We had the back and forth and back and forth. I moved to another country. So this means I'm halfway across the world. Guess what? She's still calling me. And I said, if your husband does not, says, I don't want to break up with him, why is your husband not blocking me? Your husband is telling you that I'm the one who doesn't want. I moved because of that situation, perseverance, because I didn't want to put myself in a compromising situation because we were working together. Do you understand? I moved and then I came to a different country. I'm in a different country as I speak to you now. It's 11 o'clock in the morning where I am. Do you understand? So the wife still kept on calling me. And I said, what is the problem here exactly? Is the problem me or is
becomes
the
an
problem your husband?
obsession.
Do you understand? So that's why I'm saying women, we are delusional. I saw that this man could do. He actually sat in front of me and his wife, and he told his wife that I love this lady. I want to marry her. And I said, if he can do this to his wife, he can actually do this to me tomorrow. So let me not sit here and think that I'm special. I am not special. He's still going to do the same thing to me. Guess what? I moved halfway across the country so that I could get over this man. Not that because I didn't love him. I loved him, but I chose myself. So a lot of women, the reason why men treat you the way they treat you is because you're delusional. You don't want to accept that this man is just going to do this to you and 51 other women. Do you understand? So women, there's another lady, she